Okay, also you talked about the tools being used like game-based learning. Is that aiming towards open source software usage or?
I think that the way this was thought of was that there are examples that are basically based on open source, and teachers can then feel free to use in their scenario production whichever tools are available to them. Because we're trying to take the tools and the themes into the teacher's concrete teaching, so it would be whatever is available to them. Yeah.
Another question. You could be part of our team.
No, sorry, the reason I'm asking that is when you deal with a lot of schools, they tend to say, well, it's great, that's brilliant software, but we can't afford it. And they tend to get training, even in teacher training, I think worldwide there's an issue of all these wonderful softwares in universities, and then they go to the school and they don't have anything. And they've kind of then sitting there saying, well, I can't deliver that. Okay, my last question, you'll be happy to hear. The countries that are offering it at the moment, is there any incentive to teachers to undertake this, or is it up to a teacher to make their own decision?
There's no incentive in the sense that, you know, well, there will be, because there'll be a qualification at the end of it, hopefully. Okay. You know, particularly if we get ECDL accreditation. But at the moment, there's no incentive. But the argument is that if we can show this works, it will be integrated into teaching programs. It will become part of the fabric. Okay. That would be the plan. The other question would be is that you do have educational authorities. That the argument would be with them that if you want to, or individual schools, and in the UK, what they're doing to education at the moment, we could end up individual schools making decisions to take this on board. We'll have to see how that will pan out.
Yeah.
But having said that, though, there is a different attitude towards how education will develop across Europe.
Yeah.
It's quite extreme in the UK at the moment, which I think is quite an will have an adverse impact on educational development. Will be different from more further parts of Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is it will depend on the context, I think.
Yeah, because that's what I'm looking and I'm thinking it would be lovely to see something consistent across Europe, because it's just such a vast array of applications of things like this, that there's a lot of inequality.
Yes.
And therefore there's inequality for the students.
Yes.
Okay, that's me finished. You'll be happy to hear.
A question to the colleague from the Vienna Partner School. How many teachers from your school were involved in practicing these developed courses, lectures? And what was the resonance from them?
Ich glaube, da liegt ein bisschen Missverständnis vor. Wir sind nicht eine direkte Partnerschule, sondern ich war Teilnehmer des ersten Durchganges dieses Projektes in Wien, und die anderen Teilnehmer waren aus diversen anderen Schulen. Ich bin von meiner Schule der Einzige, der dort dabei war, und habe das auch sozusagen als Art Pionier einmal ausprobiert ein bisschen. Also so schaut es im Moment aus. Ich denke mal, es sollte wirklich auf eine breitere Basis gestellt werden, aber das wird sicherlich noch einige Zeit in Anspruch nehmen.
Ja, Gerhard, und wie war das? Hast du das umsetzen können in deiner Schule? Oder was hast du umsetzen können?
Für mich privat oder quasi als Multiplikator? Wie du möchtest. Ja. Also für mich privat habe ich eine ganze Reihe von Anregungen mitgenommen und die dann auch versucht im Unterricht eben entsprechend umzusetzen. Als Multiplikator funktioniert es nicht wirklich sehr gut, das hängt aber vor allem also mit dem Lehrkörper unserer Schule zusammen, die relativ computertechnikresistent sind. Und weil auch in einem entsprechend fortgeschrittenen Alter wird sich daran wahrscheinlich nicht allzu viel ändern. Ich weiß nicht, wie man das verbessern könnte, aber vielleicht kommen wir da am Nachmittag noch zu irgendwelchen Ergebnissen. Bitte?